Hello beautifuls, this is Aromie here and welcome back to Asagao Academy. We are back in our room, very depressed because of Shane. Great job, Shane. Should I dye my hair, Mr. Bunny? I raised him up, staring into his glassy eyes. Yeah, you're right. I rolled onto my side, squeezing Mr. Bunny to my chest. Satch said himself, you don't choose your natural hair color. Mr. Bunny was small against me, and I smiled at him. At least he still liked me. Shaking my head, I went to my desk. I had better things to do than mope. You're still studying, Hana? I took my headphones out of my ears and turned to May. Our plans for that evening were postponed, and I sadly thanked her for not pushing me to keep them. I wasn't in the mood anymore. Yeah, it's only been a few hours. You haven't moved since I left the room last. She climbed her bed and dangled her hands off to the side. At least take a break, okay?
Well,
I have been meaning to return the book I checked out. It was overdue and I had to do it at some point. I was going to do it today, but after what had happened, it was the last thing I wanted. That didn't make it any less overdue, though. Go do that. Meet me at dinner afterward. If we're going to spend the rest of your life studying, at least be nutritionalized. I stretched, bending backwards to apologize to my back for hours of arching over a desk. I would have a hunchback by the end of my school career, I was sure. You're right, I'll go. I'll see you at dinner. It was pretty late when I got to the library. No one came in at this time unless there was a term paper due in a temp. Since it was still relatively early in the year, the room was barren. Satch was working at the desk, as I expected, but it was joined by PVG and Paul. As soon as I saw them, I turned around, trying to walk right back out, but...
Hana!
Unfortunately, my hair also made me stick out like a sore thumb. I reluctantly joined them at the counter.
What's going on?
Not much. I'm taking a study break to return the book I checked out. I took the book out of my bag and handed it to Satch. That book, I can't help but notice you're reading The Princess Berthroth. It's good, isn't it? Yeah, I never would have read it without Satch's suggestion, so I had to thank him. He nodded and put the book on the to-be-sorted shelf. No problem, I don't work in the library for nothing. I have another suggestion for you if you need one. No thanks, I want to get back to the dorms. Oh, come on, it's almost dinner. Let him check out this great book for you. Then we can all go to the cafeteria together. Well, alright. That was the last thing I wanted to do, but I was really bad at showing people that I didn't want to talk. Follow me to the fiction section. We set off through the library on an epic quest for adventure and fortune. My mind raced, trying to think of a good excuse so I didn't have to follow them to the cafeteria. Here it is, the Banana Club. The what? Is that supposed to be like the Breakfast Club? He pulled a bright yellow book off the shelf. The Banana Club was written across a bold font. Now, I know it sounds stupid. It looks kind of stupid too, honestly, but trust me, one of the best moving books I've ever read. The ending crushed me. He put a fist in his mouth and blinked rapidly. Don't cry now, Satch. I'm gonna stop before I spoil everything. He handed the book to me and I gazed blankly at the cover. Thanks, Satch. Hana? Huh? Are you alright? You don't look very well. I wasn't really, but of course there was no way I was going to tell Satch that I eavesdropped on the private conversation. I am just feeling a little under the weather. I conjured a fake cough. It sounded pathetic. I think I'm gonna skip out on dinner too. I'm not feeling well enough. Satch narrowed his eyes and nodded. If you say so, do you still want to read this book? Yes, I do. Your suggestions haven't failed me so far. Okay, let me check it out to you real quick so you can go back and rest. When we got back, PVG and Paul were off on the other side of the room. Paul waving a book vehemently at PVG. Satch stepped behind the counter and grabbed my book. You know, if something is bothering you or you're still getting used to the school, we're all here for you to talk to. I know. Transfers have it hardest around here, and everyone knows that. I nodded. He passed the book to me, and I put it in my backpack. Just don't be a stranger, alright? I won't. Thanks, Satch. I'll see you tomorrow. I waved goodbye to him and made my way back to the dorm. Somehow Satch always knew when I was upset and how to make me feel better. It helped that Paul and PVG weren't acting any different to me than normal either. Maybe it really was just Shane with the problem, whatever problem that was. Maybe just don't like pink, the color pink. I looked up. John was standing in front of me, in front of my desk, eyes glittering.
Hey!
What? I need you in my play, please, Hana.
What?
John grabbed my shoulders, his arms shaking so much. I felt like I was vibrating. The drama club, our play this year, we're doing Romeo and Juliet. I have been thinking about it for so long. I couldn't have just anyone, and I wasn't finding someone to fit my particular needs. But then you come along. I've been watching you. I'm sure you can do it. Please, Hana. I need you. Only you. Is this a declaration of love? Did he want me to be Juliet? At least come see what I've been working on. Please, Hana? Yeah, sure. Let's go. Let's just freaking go. I'll come and see, I guess.
Yeah!
I mean, what's gonna hurt? No, okay. Day Y. Excuse me. Oh, Hana, thank you so much. You're darling. John flung his arms around my neck and then just as quickly let go. I glanced away to hide my face, sure I was turning pink. Awesome, this will be great. Meet me after school in the theater. I got everything prepared for you. Yeah, great. Well, now that's settled. Now that's settled, come on, Hana, sorry. Let's go to lunch. He hustled out of the room with a bird like grace. I stared after him. It was like a whirlwind just left. He honestly reminded me a lot of May.
Hey.
You coming, Hana? He poked his head around the corner. Yeah. I just realized he has curly hair on his chest. Was that always there? He might have been spending too much time with that bird. Man, that test today was brutal. I totally bombed it. I failed miserably. PPG held up his paper. There was a big red F at the top. John winced and slowly erased his own failed exam. The two laughed and high-fived. It's not a big deal. I'll just take it later. I had way better things to do than study. I never thought I'd passed. Gerard and I did wonderfully. Most of our homeroom did. Maybe your teacher teaches differently. Nope, I got an 89, so it's not Mr. Zuka. These two are just massive idiots. I nodded. I didn't feel like admitting to my 93, not after seeing how badly John and PPG did.
Awesome!
Wow, that's awesome, Shane. It's like your mind is just made up for facts. You totally deserve it.
Hey.
Did you get your 97 raised, Gerard? That's not like you at all, Gerard. Gerard laughed sheepishly.
Completed.
Yeah, I got my 100 to be fair. I would have gotten 100 like normal, but one of the questions could be answered in two ways. I told the teacher and he changed my score accordingly. I think you got a couple of points too, Satch. You had to have that 100, didn't you? Did you get a completion bonus? I get to take a lot of crap from you guys. That's more than enough to make it worth it. I smiled alongside them, still feeling somewhat out of my element. Shane's compliments hung over my head even now, but I didn't think there was much I could do about it. Before class, I quickly filled May on John's proposition. I'm kind of worried about it.
What?
Are you kidding, Hana? He wants you to be Juliet, and he'll be Romeo. Oh, that's so oh, excuse me, what? He's totally hitting on you.
I don't know.
I don't know, May. I'm really not an actress. I'm bad at the limelight. There's no way he wouldn't have noticed that, and I doubt he's hitting on me either. Hana, get a grip on yourself. You're one of the nicest people I've ever met. Any guy would be lucky to have you. That's why you're my best friend. I mean, why else would he make such a big deal out of it? He did seem upset. You might have a point. John as Romeo and me as Juliet. I didn't know he would be Romeo. I didn't know. If that was the case, I would say no. It was corny, but kind of cute. He's not who I'm going for. Visions of myself and John in period clothes sweeping across the stage floated through my mind. Spotlights glistening in his hair. He leaned in towards me. In guard.
No!
On guard.
Ah!
Romeo, my love. Juliet, this isn't how the story was supposed to go. Romeo, I'm so sad. All this BS because this is not who I'm going for. Well, what's wrong? Nothing, sorry. Is class over? Yeah, you're going to the theater, right? After that daydream, it was hardly like I had noticed.
Bye-bye.
Had a choice, sorry. I'll see you back at the doors.
Bye.
It's okay, Hana. You can do this. The theater is here, right? The door opened to a gorgeous room with bright red seats. John was down on the stage, his arms flowing to the ceiling. Doth thou protestations relinquish mine... What? Nay.
Ah!
Shucks, you've got to have a little more intensity. Don't you want to be famous? Nay. Why, you little... excuse me.
Hana!
His voice shot up several octaves. Come in, come in, come in. He leaped up the stairs, grabbed me by the hand, and pulled me into the room. I wasn't sure you were going to come. Thank you so much, Hana. You're really the only person I could trust to do this. About that, John, I don't know about this. I'm really not an actress. There's no way I could be Juliet. He stopped pulling me. Who said anything about Juliet? Didn't you...
No!
That wasn't the part you wanted to talk to me about? Oh, no, of course not. You're right. You're not suited to Juliet at all. Ouch. He ran backstage, returning with a large inflatable bag. Actually, I wanted you to be... Drumroll, please. He tossed the bag on the stage. The crumpled plastic unraveled, revealing...
Yeah!
A tree! A tree? You're perfect for the part. You're so shy and quiet, and you have an impressive ability to stand still for long periods of times. Good. The other day in class, you stared into space for almost 20 minutes straight and didn't even move a muscle. Oh. Of course. Why would he want me to play a lead role? It was obvious I wasn't cut out for that kind of thing. Wanting to play the Romeo to my Juliet. How ludicrous. What's wrong? Of course I wouldn't be able to play Juliet. No one would think I could do that. Well, it's not that you can't. John wasn't trying to be mean. He just didn't seem to get that it was insulting. I'll think about it, okay? But I think I'm gonna go for now. If you say so, be sure to give me your answer soon. I'm so ready for this. It's going to be the best play yet, especially with Kez as our... Shocks, I'm sorry. As our Juliet. I love you. Alright. Goodbye, John.
See you later.
Yeah, we're not going back. Nope. How? Awful was that? I shut the door to the dorm room, wanting nothing more than to collapse onto my bed.
Hey, what's up?
May was laying on her bunk upside down, her red hair spilling over the side. Something glinted in her hands. What are you doing? I'm cutting out little blossoms, you see. She held a pink cherry blossom to the ceiling. It's so your senpai would notice you. What? Oops, I tapped out. What are you even talking about? You know, senpai always notices this girl when she's outside, surrounded by a shower of cherry blossom petals, the wind blowing in her hair.
Bingo.
Your guy will definitely notice you with these. A flash of anger ripped through me. Why don't you just save them for yourself? Cherry will never notice you without them. I turned on my heel and stalked out of the dorm room. Wait, why am I so angry? It was because of stuff like that that I thought John was trying to. No, it was stupid of me to imagine it could happen in the first place. I stepped up to the front of Puppy Hall, the crisp evening air wafting against my face and cooling my skin. A faint tinge of smoke threaded its way into my hair, reminding me of days spent cooking with my father. How stupid. I headed for the field, my stomach sinking with every step. I shouldn't have snapped at Meg. None of this was her fault, and she was being so nice to me, and I said that awful thing to her. She was never going to want to be my friend again. I stopped at a tree and leaned against it. The sun was rapidly setting, and the night air growing colder and colder. Although I was shivering, I didn't want to go back inside. There was no way I could face May after what happened. What a terrible person I was. I sat down and hugged my knees, pressing my head into my arms. I stayed that way for a long time, trying not to pay attention to what was going through my head. The wind picked up. Oh, it's still moving back there. The wind picked up, roaring past me and whipping my hair against my skin. It was so loud I didn't hear the footsteps until they were right next to me. I looked up. May, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at you. I was just upset because I thought John wanted me to be Juliet, but it turns out he wanted me to be a tree. I shouldn't have cared so much about it. I'm really such an awful person. May let out a peal of laughter. That John, he doesn't mean anything by it. But that is something he would do. He's nice, but he can be a little clueless sometimes. She sat next to me and wrapped an arm around my shoulder. Together we huddled against the rough bark of the oak tree, somewhat sheltered from the wind. If you remember what Shane said about my hair? May's arm tightened around me. I've been on edge ever since. I don't know how to face them, even when they're being nice. I'm so afraid they hate me. I'm sorry I'm such a coward. It's okay, we're all cowards sometimes. Maybe we should just approach our problems directly instead of coming at them from the side with flowers and friendship. You want to join the Normal Boots Club, don't you? Yes. Well, I want to date Jared. Neither of these will happen if we keep avoiding the stuff that makes us nervous. I could skip. Oh, no, I can't. Yeah. If we want something, we should go get it. We shouldn't look. Just because we're used to waiting for things to happen to us doesn't mean that they're always going to if we're just patient enough. Hana, if you want to join the Normal Boots Club, you have to keep moving forward, strongly without fear, without looking back, right? Yeah. And the same goes for you, Ming. Yeah, it does. I rested my head on May's shoulder, thankful that she was taller than my paltry 5'2". Psh, I'm still shorter than that. She laid her head on top of my own.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try harder. Nothing good came of me avoiding my problems and being a coward. I can't keep running away or else eventually I'm going to run out of places to go and then I'll break. If I really want to make a new life at Asagao, I have to try.
Seriously.
I'm going to be my best self and be myself. Alright? I'm going to actually try. Who knows, maybe Shane will warm up to me eventually. May pulled me closer into a hug.
Yeah!
That's the spirit. Now what do you say we get inside? It's freezing. Yeah, let's, and thank you, May. May smiled at me. No, thank you. Let's go. Alright. Away we go, tussling away. I never knew there was a place such as that. Quickly, there's only 2 minutes left. Giant yellow letters ballooned over my screen, blocking several falling cubes and preventing me from making much more combos and deploying more troops. Damn it, get out of the way. A small yellow push with a great smiling face waved a sword in the big bad. A giant came rushing out of the castle. Smiling man. So we'll meet again. What are you doing? You lose. Oops, sorry. Oh, his font is Sans. Ian, the brutal moose of yore, stood over my shoulder, peering at my phone. What do you want? Yeesh, touchy, aren't we? What are you doing playing such a boring game anyway? Nothing. I was waiting for May and I was bored. To tell the truth, I was practicing. That game's similar to the one that's going to be in the tournament, right? You lost pretty quickly. Does it seem like you're any good? He looked at my phone again and froze. I glanced back at the screen. My score was still slowly totaling, speeding over the 100,000 range.
What?
Holy crap, how did you do that? Do what? Your score. That's incredible. How long have you been playing this game? I've never seen Ian so animated. If you asked me, I would almost say he cared about what was happening. I guess 2 weeks maybe? Only 2 weeks. He put his hand to his chin and thought. If you're this good at this game, you might be able to learn to play the one for the tournament. What are you suggesting? He glared at me. We both know you'd love to join Normal Boots Club, and they needed someone to fill puzzle games during the tournament. You need to join the team. I gazed at him, trying to read his face. Could he be pulling my leg? It was possible that it was actually much worse than average, and he wanted me to join the team to drag down their score. A dirty move, but I wasn't sure Ian would do it if given the chance. Ian sighed. Look, at least give it some thought. That was impressive, and I wouldn't mind having some competition for once. He turned on his heel and ambled to his seat. What was that about? I told her what had just happened.
Really?
He thinks you have what it takes. That would be awesome, wouldn't it, Hana? Isn't this exactly what you wanted? I guess. Not everyone's so enthusiastic about having me on the team, though. Shane's glaring face passed through my mind. I'm sure if you proved yourself, it would be alright. what are you going to do? I'd like to try. There's no way it'll work. No, I'd like to try. Even if I fail, I'm going to work hard and give it my best. And this is where we are going to stop for today, because we're gonna kick butt. I don't care. Her personality isn't really confident, but we're gonna make her confident. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.